Hey, welcome back to my channel. So tonight I was watching Joe Rogan and The Fight Companion with Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub and this other guy, and they start talking about how there's this thing going on where there's a lot of Muslim people being brought in from other countries, and that they don't assimilate, and that this is something to worry about. Okay. And so then I was thinking about that, and then he's just like, he said that, like, they breed more, and they don't, once they start becoming mayors and governors, they'll try to establish their own thing and this and that. And I was like, okay. And I was just like, okay, I was thinking about that. And I was like, okay, I wonder if he's saying, I wonder what he's saying, and I wonder if it's true. And I'm thinking to myself, and then he goes and he says, but it's like they're being brought in from someone else. He's like, it's like someone's doing this on purpose. But he didn't say it was the government. So then I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, who's he talking about? What's he talking about? So first there's a problem, right? Because he can talk about jabs and ivermectin constantly. That's not an issue, right? Having the conversation about COVID, that's not a big deal. Discussing everything, but what does he mean that it's like there's people letting them in? What does that mean? Is he trying to imply that there's an agenda? Is he trying to say that this is being led on purpose for there to be a lot of arguments between people? Is he trying to say people are going to be pitted against each other? That's weird. That's a weird thing to say. Then he never says, like, in particular, there's an Indian invasion. He doesn't say stuff like that. He doesn't use that rhetoric. He doesn't go there. I see the same sort of thing with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is always drawing attention to very specific groups of people and how they're always a problem, and that they're a problem in society, and that it's a numbers thing, very pragmatic, very like an engineer. There's too many of these people, not enough of these people. The natives are being outbred, blah, 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 blah. And then you just ask yourself, why is he talking about this? Why is he constantly telling people, look over there? It's just weird to me. It's weird. It's weird. It's just something, I guess it's so weird that I noticed that. Then they're talking about, like, trans people, and how that, like, they're being pushed and this and that, and that so many more people are like that, and that they don't want to develop that mindset. But then it's like, well, is that just the government pushing that? What's going on here? What's this guy talking about? Because I just feel like I'm missing something here. And yeah, I just feel like, why are you talking about a problem and then saying it's like it's on purpose in multiple episodes? You can see clips, many episode where he talks about this problem, about how there's an invasion. He uses words like that. And then, yeah, it's just weird. I just find it so weird that he keeps circling back to this. And then he was talking about how his buddy Harry kissing or something like that, from one of those podcasts where it's there and this and that. And it's just like, you know, I just wonder, like, I just wish he would clarify. I just wish he would clarify what exactly he's talking about there. So, you know, am I a big conspiracy guy? I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big conspiracy guy, but why do you talk about people of an area being brought in other people, and then that it's being done on purpose? For what purpose? What is because the way it sounds like something's like weird about this or whatever. You know, I just wish you would just discuss the bigger picture more. You know what I mean? I wish you would point out, like, is he saying it's the Chinese bringing in a lot of brown people into America? Is that what he's saying? I'm just not sure. You know what I mean? So, you know, I do understand, and I did watch this video last week about a town in Japan, and it was 20 years that they had a baby born in this town. So after 20 years, there was a baby born in a town. And it sounds like crazy. It really sounds crazy. And then you think about it like, okay, they're, you know, they don't have another people. They're very, very ethnocentric, very condensed, the Japanese. That they're not like overly manipulated by other people. Not on the surface. Maybe deep down through some other back channels, maybe. But just on the surface, it doesn't look like the Japanese have an issue. But they have such a bad birth rate problem. And then it gets down to, okay, well, they're also offered money to have a baby. Okay, so there's incentive, there's problem, solution, incentive, still problem. So what do you do to tell your people to have more kids? What is the makeup of the people having the most kids? What is what ideas percolate in their minds? What do they think about? Right? So if you get anything out of this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.